Hi there, John Bennett here, CEO at Rialto. We're meeting your leadership team next week to run them through the product. Ahead of that, I thought I'd send you a quick video as a reminder of everything that we've covered over the last few months, both collectively and individually. Just as a bit of a refresher, it's only going to take 4 minutes and 45 seconds from here. I hope it proves useful. Before I go into the technology, and I do have my phone here on the screen, a reminder of why we use Rialto. Well, workers in care and healthcare can often feel a bit isolated and a bit disconnected just through the very nature of the work that they do. They're not like us, not sat at computers every day, taking in information and having the ability to connect through our screens and our computers and our daily interactions. We solve that through Rialto. Now, of course, Rialto can't solve everything without a program of change. We know that Hallmark are committed to improving engagement and connectivity. That commitment and those programs can be delivered through the Rialto platform. Now, disengaged workers typically don't work as effectively or as efficiently, and the quality of their work, which in care means the quality of the care they're giving, can drop off. We can build all of that through your programs of change and Rialto, improve their happiness at work and improve patient experiences as well as productivity and therefore the financials of the organisation. So let's take a look. We've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. I've opened Rialto and I've landed in the news feed. Now, this is the perfect way to deliver news to your frontline workers. It might be going on the intranet, it might be on the internet, it might go on emails. We know that frontline workers don't pick that information up, and if they do, they're not absorbing it or digesting it in the ways that we want. So this is the perfect platform to surface that. This example here, we've got Avnish's Christmas message. We've got care manager Cheryl being celebrated for the work that she's doing in the dementia space. We've got some investment being put into winter measures, so some really nice mix of content. There's a policy update here on not using social media or not using WhatsApp for messages. Now, if I come back to Avnish's message, I'm going to open that one. It's beautifully presented in the Rialto frame. The video that's attached is also presented in the Rialto frame, so it's nice and safe. People feel comfortable here. They can respond with thumbs up and likes and all of the other good stuff. They can also comment, and this is where we build that two-way engagement. It's not just about pushing to them, it's also about giving them the chance to respond. Now, everything that I've touched here is reportable, so you'll know exactly how many people have looked at that message, when they looked at it, how long they spent looking at it, did they come back, and what they did next. So the first time you've got real data around engagement and how that engagement is being absorbed and digested. I can jump over to the Focus news feed, which has a theme. This could be well-being, it could be Black History Month, it could be Pride Month, very similar to the main news, but with a theme. Okay, over to the chat. Why is the chat important? So many frontline workers use WhatsApp. It's because it's easy to use, it's nice to use, it's better than all those corporate tools, but it's completely inappropriate. It's not auditable, it's a social tool, so things can go wrong and social lives can come into the mix. And ultimately it services private information like telephone numbers. Rialto's all of the good stuff, but none of the bad. So you get that same experience, that same easy to use social experience, but you only speak to your work colleagues, no data can leak, and no personal information, including the telephone number, is surfaced. Let me just jump into this chat with Andrew just to give you a sense for just how beautiful that looks. It looks and feels social, but it's dedicated for work. But how do the workers get in there in the first place? Well, we load your directory and keep your directory fresh for you. No need to collect people's telephone numbers, no need to be a social butterfly. All of your colleagues are there, ready to be messaged or called as needed. Okay, now if I go up to my face here, I can jump into a survey. How do you get feedback from busy frontline workers? Well, the answer is you might not do at the moment. With our Rialto app, we can target a survey to groups or all workers and get that instant feedback, which you can then take action on, which could, for example, improve attrition, help you achieve an additional benefit for your workforce that creates an uptick in productivity and therefore performance. Talking of productivity, over to the shifts. We can surface extra shifts for your workers. Why is that important? Well, everybody in the care sector has gaps in the roster at the moment. We can help fill those with your current workforce or known bank workers. Now that's great because they're the most committed, they're going to deliver the highest quality of work, and of course they're much more cost effective versus having to bring agency workers in. They also might need the extra work as well, as we all do at the moment, the extra work and the extra money to help fund the ever increasing costs of living. Now they can take those shifts within the app. The person who's created that shift gets informed of that worker, and happy days, no gap in the roster, and the workers picked up a bit more work and probably a bit more money. So improving connectivity, improving engagement and booking shifts. Thanks for listening.